What's going on, everybody? Plot Reacts back in the house, and we are going to continue our Avatar The Last Airbender journey. Today, we are going to be reacting to episode 3. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and all that good stuff, and let's get right into it. The Southern Air Temple. We're finally going back home. At least Aang is, that is.
Sleep now, temple later.
Everyone knows one guy like that. That's just like he needs his sleep 100%. And I feel like I'm one of those guys to that extent. But between sleeping and seeing a freaking air temple that no one's probably seen in like 100 years, supposedly, this is like a once in a lifetime opportunity, bro. Can't he just sleep on Appa? Like, I'm sure they can get some sort of belt to buckle him on top of Appa while he's sleeping. That way, everybody wins.
I don't want to stay too long and risk losing his trail.
You mean the Avatar?
Don't mention his name on these docks.
Let's see how long it can go without the Avatar's name being mentioned on these ducks. I guarantee you someone's gonna snitch.
That's quite a bit of damage.
Yes, you wouldn't believe what happened. Uncle, tell Commander Zhao what happened.
Imagine the story you have to make up to tell him what happened. Yeah, so we were just sitting there doing our thing, just driving the boat, and all of a sudden, we ran into a Sea King. And Zhao has to be like, that's a completely different anime. You're lying. Interrogate the staff.
Prince Zuko, show Commander Zhao your respect. We would be honored to join you. Do you have any ginseng tea?
Uncle Iroh just risked the entire mission for some tea, bro. You're completely willing to risk the entire mission, make it so that it's possible that Zhao finds out about the Avatar just for some tea. You're telling me you don't have the tea on the ship? I don't believe that. We're here.
We're almost there. There it is. The Southern Air Temple.
That is honestly beautiful. Now, obviously, Aang was saying that the only way to get to the Southern Air Temple is by flying bison. But wasn't there one air temple that you could just walk to? Like, I'm pretty sure after they raided the Fire Nation, they just walked and they ended up at a temple. I could be mistaken. I feel like most of the people elements who know how to use their elements properly could probably end up flying to the air temple. Like, if you're an airbender, you could probably utilize air just to fly, even without a bison. If you're a firebender, you can propel yourself with fire, probably ending up at the temple. If you're an earthbender, you just have to float the earth under you to fly. And if you're a waterbender, you just have to turn the water into ice and then float that ice under you. I'm pretty sure they could all fly if they really wanted to. I don't even know why people use like carriages and stuff in this show, in this universe.
If you have an ounce of loyalty left, you'll tell me what you've found.
I haven't found anything.
That's right. Don't say anything. Don't say nothing.
We interrogated the crew as you instructed.
What do you mean interrogated the crew? Aren't these Fire Nation soldiers? By interrogated, do you mean, hey, so did you find the Avatar? Or is it like, I'm gonna put fire up your ass if you don't tell me where the Avatar is? I feel like if you interrogate someone, they're probably inclined to tell you what you want to hear, whether it's true or not.
How exactly was your ship damaged?
See, this is his chance to say, like, just make up a wild lie about the Avatar. The Avatar was reincarnated multiple times now. He's an earthbender, and he's 6 feet tall, and he looks like this, and he's super buff, and he's already mastered all 4 elements. Just completely throw him off the scent, and then from there you can find the Avatar on your own.
You're lucky enough to be one of the first outsiders to ever visit an airbender temple, and all you can think about is food?
I'm just a simple guy with simple needs.
Sokka's just like me, for real, for real. Food is always the #1 priority, and lots of it.
I can't believe how much things have changed.
So, this airball game, how do you play?
You're gonna regret this, Sokka. You're gonna regret this. What did you expect was gonna happen? You know what? Sokka's at least a good friend for wanting to cheer up Aang. It's not easy to go through and see literally 100 years of change. It's not easy for a person to accept change to begin with. But change in a negative direction, change to where your home, everything you once knew you loved, your people, it's just empty. It's just gone. You know? That has to be such a horrible feeling.
Hey, guys! I want you to meet somebody.
Who's that?
Monkey Atso.
Monkey
The
Atso.
greatest airbender in the world. He taught me everything I know.
We can't concern ourselves with what was. We must act on what is.
Oh, look at how beautiful it used to be. The sun shining, the bison. I don't see any lemurs yet, but we will eventually. There's so much beauty to this quiet, serene place. And somehow that same quietness has turned into like a deafening like silence, you know?
You will meet someone who will guide you on your journey.
Who is it?
When you are ready, he will reveal himself to you.
So I'm wondering if he was supposed to meet up with Roku or at least some of the other avatars in the Air Temple Sanctuary. And I wonder if, like, because obviously the Airbenders are a lot more spiritually inclined than I feel like the other nations are. So I feel like it would be a lot easier for him than any other avatar, you know, from other nations to be able to tap into one, the avatar state, two, being able to access other avatars for wisdom and guidance, and three, just being able to go into the spirit world. I feel like it would be a lot easier for him.
2, 3.
The ancient art of smashing someone's face with a cake is an ancient tradition passed on from the ancient airbenders that once existed. Nice to know. Monkey Atso is, from what I remember, the other more, I guess, the more wise elder, I guess, how do I say this? The wiser airbenders, I feel like they were a lot more serious. Monkey Atso definitely has that ability to enjoy and just live life, you know, kind of like, I don't mean this in a bad way, but kind of like a child would enjoy life, you know, just enjoying the little things about life. And I really like that. I like that perspective that he gives to Aang.
And whoever's in there might have a medley of delicious cured meats.
Yes, the person hauled up in the Avatar Airbender Sanctuary, where everyone's an airbender and all these people are vegetarian, is going to have a melody of delicious cured meats. That's how that works, Sokka.
So a 12-year-old boy bested you and your firebenders. You're more pathetic than I thought.
Why'd you snitch on yourself, bro? You could have said he was like a 40-year-old man. You could have even said a 40-year-old lady. You could have said anything. You literally could have said anything. They're literally peacefully sitting you down and asking you questions. Why did you tell them the truth?
And you failed. Capturing the Avatar is too important to leave in a teenager's hands.
That's crazy. You're talking to the prince like that. I don't know what technically the status is. I mean, he's still the prince of the nation. Am I right? I'm just saying, if I'm the Fire Lord and someone talking to my son like that, someone's ending up in prison. That's all I'm saying.
More tea, please.
But Iroh can single-handedly beat them all, and he just refuses to even try because he wants his tea. I guarantee you there's some ancient Iroh wisdom behind what he's doing, you know, just kind of accepting what his fate, I guess. But I guarantee you Iroh could have rocked all of them.
Where's the meat?
Who are
Pause. That is a pause, Sokka. That is a pause.
When the Avatar dies, he's reincarnated into the next nation.
Roku! Roku! It's Roku! You know what? This is going to be a take that everyone's going to hate me for. I've gotten a lot of hate for this take. Roku is my favorite avatar. Hands down. It's not Aang, although I love Aang. It's not Korra. It's not Yang Chen. It's not Kyoshi. It's not Kyoshi. It's Roku. Roku's the GOAT avatar in my opinion. And as the series goes on, I'll point out the moments that I think makes him dope. Here it is. Here it is. This is the moment I've been waiting for.
A firebender won't know what hit him.
Sokka, you're not gonna do anything. You're not skilled enough yet. I love that Momo horn. I love that Momo horn. You usually only hear it when Momo's doing something zany, if you will, or just there's another lemur doing something zany. But it's usually hilarious. And oh my God, Sokka, how do you see a lemur and think dinner? That's like looking at Zabu Mafu and thinking dinner. Hold up, let me pull up an image here. Does this look like dinner to you? I would not see this shit and think dinner. No way.
Come back! I want to eat you!
Bro just casually launched a Kamehameha at him. An air Kamehameha to just throw him off. But seriously, Sokka, there are other things to eat besides live lemurs. I don't understand. What diseases do lemurs carry? Eating lemurs or wild primates carries a significant risk of contracting zoonotic diseases, which are infections that jump from animals to human. This includes toxoplasmosis, tuberculosis, enterobacteria, drug-resistant bacteria, cestoid parasites, which are tapeworms, other viruses. Sokka's trying to start another COVID, bro. If he eats that lemur, I guarantee you there's going to be some disease spread out there that no one's going to have the answer for.
You're just a banished prince. No home, no allies. Your own father doesn't even want you.
Damn, he didn't have to take it that far. He just said, no one messes with you, no one thinks you're about that. You have no friends, you got no hood. You got no love. You just got pressed. I'm sorry, Zuko, but you got pressed.
If your father really wanted you home, he would have let you return by now. Avatar or no avatar. But in his eyes, you are a failure and a disgrace to the Fire Nation.
Bro, he just keeps going. He just keeps going. Why? You said your words. You've said your piece. You just have to hop in your ship. You just got to leave and then you can let him go. You are legitimately actively going out of your way to make this guy cry. He's going to cry if you don't stop.
Is that a challenge?
An Agni Kai at sunset.
Very well.
It's a challenge. It's an official fight.
Have you forgotten what happened last time you dueled the Master?
I will never forget.
Gyatso.
How many people did Monk Gyatso kill? Holy crap. Like, obviously, he was in self-defense, but damn. This is Sozin's Comet Firebenders. These Firebenders are supposed to have, like, the power of 1,000 suns or something like that. And Monk Gyatso wiped how many of them out? See, this proves my original theory. I think that if Avatar Aang was still at the Air Temple, they would have fought off the Firebenders. Because if Gyatso can do that, and Avatar State Aang can absolutely demolish them. I genuinely believe that. But that being said, rest in peace, Monk Gyatso, for real.
Come on, Aang. Everything will be alright. Let's.
You know how messed up it is to find your father figure, the person that you, I guess, loved like a father, because I don't even know if he knows his real dad. Haha, you don't know your real dad. But to find him find his corpse surrounded by a bunch of other corpses. Just imagine what he must have gone through at the end. And on top of that, Aang's it's going through his head right now, like, I could have been there. I wasn't there. I could have been there. Yes, Avatar State. I love when he goes Avatar State.
Send word to the Fire Lord immediately. The Avatar has returned.
And just like that, the world has officially found out, is officially known now, that the Avatar has returned.
I'm gonna try and calm him down.
Well, do it before he blows us off the mountain.
I feel like a lot of times when we see Aang in his Avatar state, it's pure rage, right? Like, he's just pissed and there's absolutely nothing you're going to do to stop him. This is like anguish. This is suffering. Like, imagine the pain that he must be going through. I just can't stop thinking if I was in his shoes, you know what I mean? How would I feel? They're about to square up.
Remember your firebending basics, Prince.
He's still on his firebending basics. I forgot about that. Like 2 or 3 episodes ago, he was still doing the basics. So Zuko is far from a master at this point. And Iroh asked him, remember what happened last time you dueled a master? So that clearly means that Zhao is probably up there close to a master, if not already a master. Here we go. Zuko makes the first move. Bro, he countered that like it was nothing. He hit him with a Fortnite pose at the end. He hit him with a Kamehameha. Bro, he just breakdanced on your ass. No way. There's no way you're gonna let him win after he just breakdanced on your ass to do a reversal. You're an admiral. You're an admiral. How? You're an admiral. You know what? I'm happy Zuko won. Don't get me wrong. But this doesn't make any sense. You're an admiral, a battle-hardened admiral in the army. Or sorry, whatever his position was. I don't remember off the top of my head. I think he might be commander at this point. I forget. But you are a battle-hardened military personnel. You just lost to a 16-year-old who was just doing his basics. That either speaks to how trash Zhao is or how good Zuko is.
Your father raised a coward.
Well, you just lost to a coward, so shut the hell up. That's crazy. Imagine getting so salty after losing to a 16-year-old that you have to try to jump him from behind. Again, you are an admiral, or whatever your position is.
This is how the great Commander Zhao acts in defeat.
Boo, Admiral Zhao, boo, boo. I wish I had tomatoes to throw at your ass. Not gonna lie, if I was his subordinates and I watch him get jumped by a 16-year-old and then try to attack the 16-year-old that he just lost to from behind, only for the old man on the left to stop him, I'm not gonna... Okay, obviously I know Zuko is skilled and I know Iroh is skilled, but from the perspective of, I guess, a guard that's just watching that, would you have any respect for your commander after that?
And I know how hard it is to lose the people you love. I went through the same thing when I lost my mom.
I think there's a difference between a mom and the entirety of your people. Obviously, it's terrible her mom died, but you know what? She does a good job of at least calming him down. And I feel like I remember every time she was in the, or Aang was in the Avatar state, it would be Katara that could calm him down. So I don't remember how it happens this time. Does he end up blowing up part of the mountain? Why do I feel like I remember him blowing up part of the air temple? Maybe that's not here.
But you still have a family. Sokka and I, we're your family now.
Oh. You know what? I take that back. I take everything negative I said about Katara a couple seconds ago back. All he wanted was his people. He wanted his, someone to care about him, family, and now he has that, So she did a good job.
And if firebenders found this temple, that means they found the other ones too. I really am the last airbender.
See, I'm curious how that actually happens because I don't know too much about like exactly what happened and how it happened, but they're kind of traveling monks, right? So shouldn't there have been a lot of airbenders that just weren't at the temples and just kind of just like traveling around? I feel like there should have been enough for them to at least have been able to repopulate by now. You know what I mean? Even if it is less than they were originally, there should be like at least a decent amount of airbenders. Surprised that I guess the Fire Nation never decided to like imprison a bunch of them and kind of learn their techniques and stuff, because it would have been useful on catching the Avatar. But then again, they probably just didn't want to take a chance, The goat. It's the goat.
Looks like you made a new
I've never been so hungry as to eat something. That's a special level of fat ass, Sokka.
Say hello to the newest member of our family. What are you gonna name him? Momo.
What does Momo mean? I'm sure that was a reference to something. Momo in Tibetan cooking, a steamed dumpling. Interesting. What about slang? Slang. Momo commonly means a moron or a stupid person. Okay, so he's either named after a dumpling or a moron. You guys choose. That's the last time in a long time. Not the last time ever. But that will be the last time in a long time that he sees his home. What was his home at some point. Everyone you knew, everyone you once knew is dead. And obviously we knew that since it's been 100 years. But like having to confront it and seeing like the violent ways in which most of them, if not all of them, died, that has to weigh a lot on the heart. So to carry that around and then decide, hey, I want to bring balance to the world, you have to be a very, very like strong individual, So much, I guess, respect and love to Avatar Aang and the rest of the gang for that. But that is the last of the episode. So let me know in the comments what you guys thought of this episode. Were you expecting Avatar Aang to go this crazy? I know most of you guys have probably seen the episode. Like myself, I've obviously seen this episode before. There are bits and pieces I don't remember, obviously, but still. And an answer to my question from earlier, who is your favorite Avatar? I still got to go with Roku, but let me know in the comments who is the GOAT Avatar in your opinion. Anyways, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and comment other shows and whatnot you'd like me to watch. I'm thinking we could do Scooby-Doo. I got Yu-Gi-Oh on the list. I got, other animes. We can even do One Piece. Are you guys willing to sit for 1,000 episodes of One Piece of me reacting? That would be really cool, because I've only seen like half of it. So half of it would be my first time watching. The other half would be I've already seen it. So just let me know what you guys would like to see. Anyways, Plot Reacts in the house is now leaving the house because I am about to go eat dinner. You have a good day, everyone. I'll see you guys in the next stream or video.